Welcome to this impromptu timeline shifts IRL transmission. This was not announced. I didn't plan this, but my guides popped into my consciousness and they were like showing me a bunch of stuff. And they shared the best place to share what they were showing me is TikTok Live. So I'm getting set up here. We're going to do a little transmission. I'm not going to be doing any kind of, there won't be energy clearing done. Hello, Justin, in this one, but I will be transmitting, omitting, being the translator and broadcaster of light codes in this. So if you're already feeling a little too filled up with light, this might not be the time for this. The best time to take this in is when timeline shifts or conscious shifts, or maybe you're doing some rewiring, reprogramming. Maybe you're really starting the process of know thyself and it's feeling like it's anchoring. That's the best time to take this in. See, so we're going to be working with The Archangel Animals by Diana Cooper and Marjolaine Kruscht. And we're also going to be working with the Lemurian Starchild Oracle by Leanne Carpenter and Michael Kroon. Those are going to be our anchorers, our tools in this process. So let's see, I'm trying to ask my guides where to start. Because they gave me kind of a lot that they wanted me to go through today. Hello, Kelsey. So they want me to start with dream space, astral realm. The way that I feel into this, and I'm just verifying with my guides if it's accurate and they're sharing, yes. So we are experiencing multidimensionality when we sleep and in our dreams, but predominantly where we're at is the fourth dimension. Predominantly where our light body is doing his thing is in the fourth dimension. And do I have any lucid dreamers here? Anyone here already lucid dreaming? Or remembering your dreams, like, every day? No, no one. All right. Hello. Well, get ready to. Get ready to, Kelsey. Get ready to, Raven. Get ready to, Lucy. Everyone that's here. German. Remembering's always been easy for you. Beautiful. Do you know about Matthias De Stefano? Hi, I just saw your prediction for the plasma yesterday. Yeah, get ready, Jenna. We're just getting started with those. I mean, by we, I just mean our solar system. And really the universe. So they want me to show and talk about and explain what I've been experiencing, especially in this last few days. The way that I'm sensing this is that we had a collective timeline jump. So we can always timeline jump, but when we have a collective timeline jump, that's when we see things like Mandela effects. That's when we see and feel into this energetic that was very present in this last week of kind of liminal space. It almost doesn't feel real. That's like a very good indication if you experience that liminal space, that almost a wow, what is life, what is reality kind of thing. That's very indicative of a collective timeline shift. And what I have been doing the last several nights in my lucid dream space is going to lots of different beings that are on the planet and the way that it's been showing to me is that I've been going to everyone and saying, hey, you're asleep right now. I know you don't know this. And I basically deliver this message in a very gentle, loving way that it doesn't wake you from the dream. But I ask you in that space to scan your life and see all the baggage that you're carrying, whether that's ancestral baggage, whether that's self-created karma, whether that's repeating loops, whether that could be many different things. But when you're in the astral realm and you're seeing more from we can say a lighter density, or it's a higher vantage point. You can see more. It's like you're scanning out above the trees. You can see more. I'm having them pack up suitcases of all of these energies that are no longer serving to them. And this doesn't mean like I'm putting people in these suitcases. I'm saying this is energies. This is you being able to see things so clearly that the energy is transmuted, is alchemized. And that baggage that you've been carrying, some of you kind of like having this tendency of carrying the weight of the world, you're letting go of that in your dream space. And last night what they had me doing was, and like my spiritual guides, I don't know how to explain this, but they had me going to everyone, and each person had like their own suitcase that was self-created. Like there was like leopard print suitcases, and there was emerald suitcases, and there was like more metallic suitcases, and there was like glitter sparkle suitcases. Everyone kind of had their own like version of this suitcase, but their higher self was able to pack into this suitcase the things that they were ready to let go of, transmute, shift through. And I was tying them up with a rope and like flying these suitcases like through this one-way portal back to source. And that's obviously like a pretty strange dream, but it really stood out to me in the morning. So I asked my guides in the morning, like, what was that? And they started showing it to me and explaining it to me, saying, and this morning I was asked the question about this of, well, why is it your responsibility to take these? And that question kind of took me off guard, and it made me go in deeper. And what my guide showed me is this is being decided by the higher self. So am I clearing the cobwebs in the way of you and your higher self flow? Maybe, but you're the one. Like if you were one of the people that I visited in your dreams last night, you were the one to decide what was going into that suitcase to be transmuted and taken. So it's not what my guides want us to really shift into is realizing that everything is shifting. So the way that we, like therapy is shifting. The way that we process things is shifting. Our self-care practices are shifting. Our identities are shifting. Our structural systems are shifting. Everything is shifting. And part of that shift is a shift out of and elevated from this mental framework of, I have to work so hard. I have to work so hard. I have to grunt. I have to, it's like a really rigid mindset that we're letting go of. We don't really want you guys going anymore to therapy to discuss the same trauma over and over again. We would really like it if you would stop that. I'm not saying stop therapy. I'm saying they're just showing me that a lot of us would be served to understand that everything is interconnected. And we also would be served to understand that the Einstein thing, which is we can't solve a problem from the same energy it was created. Maria Madeline, had you gotten a session from me before? I just want to ask. Did you get a session from me live? Did you ever pay for it? How do I know if what I think I'm seeing a lot is not my mind playing tricks on me? Let's see here. Let me get that. Because I just got a little triggered because I've had some outstanding payments. How do I know if what I think I'm seeing a lot is not my mind playing tricks on me? How do I know if what I think I'm seeing a lot? Christina, I don't really understand that one. I can't get a grasp on it. But I would definitely say, what are you seeing? Okay, this is what I'll share. So I know that where you have some like shadow beings. Okay, so remember, whatever you're seeing, there's a connection point somehow to you and it. So it's time to figure out what that is. You can also send light. But if we're experiencing shadow, it's typically our own. I know that's like a little complicated to bring through, but it's the truth. Yeah, I don't know. That would be something that would definitely not be something I can help you in a live with everyone for the collective. What we're dealing with is the psyche. What we're dealing with is, I would strongly encourage you all to watch The Alchemist's broadcast from yesterday on let me grab it. Psychosis. I would really recommend you watch that video. She bursts the lid off a lot of stuff, and she brings it through really clearly. Because what you're referring to here is during the awakening process, when we start going back within ourselves, we will face some shadows that you may call a name that starts with D. And it's not external beings. It's aspects of you. Let's get a card. Hi, Bradley. So I'm not going to be going for too long today because I have sessions, but I just, Spirit was like, this is something to go bring through because we had this. They're showing me 2 or 3. It depends on your belief systems, I would say. But we've had 2 or 3 collective timeline jumps in the last week. So it's creating a lot of effects for people. It's creating a sense of, because so many identities that weren't based in your authenticity and your truth have been washed, it can feel a little strange. Yeah. Let's get a card on that. These topics, because what they're showing me too is plasma. So remember that we have kind of like, I have never really seen it this way before, but we kind of have dark plasma and light plasma. The alchemist, her name's Sarah, I think. She's probably, you'll know if she's like resonating with you or not, because she's definitely here to burst through some significant veils. So she's either going to really trigger you right away, or you'll feel an instant resonance, and either one is probably good. So, so with recording, what they're showing me is surface and subside, surface and subside. So let's be really, really gentle with like unveiling our own memories or our own soul truths. Oop, 2 fell out. Okay. Ooh, that was kind of hard. I put that down. Good morning, Cindy. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever everyone is. Fire of transformation. This is so relevant. Okay, and it's number 10. Radical purification. Yeah. Yep. Flame, surrendering, and resurrection. So we're showing me Kundalini. So a lot of it has to do with, and then you might notice like when you sleep, your temperature fluctuates a lot. That's like part of your magical body doing alchemy. Careful with self-truth. Too much information at the wrong time can be like poison. Thank you, Bradley. So that's going along with this thing that I think it was right before you got on, Bradley. Let me get it. With the trauma. What they were showing me was the old paradigm version of dealing with trauma was like people were like basically just reactivating the trauma. Like they were just going to the trauma and then going and seeing someone about this and just revisiting like the same trauma and over again, just basically reactivating that again and again and again is what you're talking about. That can be definitely poison. And it's also important for us to understand compounding belief is what they're showing me. So it's not so much about that you find like the original trauma. It's about realizing that everything is energetic and everything can be, they're also showing me like, remember that you might have heard of this like in, I don't know what documentary I saw this in, but people can have different memories of the same thing. So it's really important we go in with very strategic intention. I want to quote everything in love. I want to bring it all back to neutral. I want to bring it all back to center. I want to call my soul fragments back, healed. I want to bring myself back to wholeness. Sometimes I'm in processes of fire, where I'm burning out what no longer serves. Sometimes I'm in processes of water, where I'm allowing myself to be nurtured and hydrated and brought back to wholeness again. Sometimes I'm in processes of air, where I'm letting my mind breathe, where I'm letting myself communicate what's going on for me. Sometimes I'm in processes of earth, where I am understanding that I am a piece, a part of nature. And I'm letting that nature become connective for me. And letting that nature be a safe nest for me. Yeah, and I would say this is interesting. So about being an open channel, you will have times in the beginning where you may feel like you need to say like I'm a closed channel for the day, or I don't want to, or I want to receive this in my dream time, my sleep time. That's very possible. But what my guides are presenting to me is it's also important that we understand that it's safe to be an open channel. It's safe as long as we have discernment and we know our own stamp of energy. We know our core vibrational frequency, because we don't want to get lost in someone else's something. We need to know the difference. We need to know ourselves. Number one step, if you're going to be like a sequential or linear person, is just know yourself. Like let all the rest go and just get to know yourself again. Without the attachments, without the identities, the labels, the people believing you're a certain something, like get to know yourself. It might feel lonely. The next time you feel loneliness, give that loneliness a thank you. Thank you for allowing me the space to get to know me. I'm feeling this loneliness, and maybe that's coming up because I'm sensing that this is a chapter in my life to get to know me again. Spirals, yeah. Everything will come back around. It'll all come back around. You don't have to force it. Today I'm a spicy me. I don't like it. Dolphin baby. Number 2, Lemurian origin, flow, timeless, adaptive, free, and take your time. So it's the reminder, again, coming through. Take your time. Do not force it. Stop forcing it. Some of you are forcing it and you don't even have conscious awareness that you're trying to force it. If that's true for you, check where you're forcing. Some of us are definitely here to be always the rebels, the one to say, oh, everyone's doing this, well, look at this. If that's true about you, let's see where it's helping you, see where it's hurting you. Because it's probably doing a little bit of both. We are in duality after all. I don't know why I'm sharing this, but again, I have Lao Tzu back in my consciousness. And I'll just share. He wants me to share this because he's sharing this is kind of how he works with some of you. He kind of often comes to me like stroking a beard. And I know like, oh, hey, what's up? Let's do this. What you got? I love this being. And typically, like, when I'm in overthought and then I, like, drop in and ask my guides, like, what's going on here? That's the guide that will show up with me and just touching his beard, not saying a single word. Just, can you be with the energy, child? He's also transmitting to many of you right now. Feels like we might also have, like, kind of a Merlin type energy in this field. Which is, what they're showing me is, like, remember some of these energies are how you use them, how you utilize them. It's not what you've been taught about them, it's how do you interact with them? How do you make a connection? Are you using these magical abilities for manipulation, or are you using these magical abilities to make the world a more loving place, a safe place for light beings? Let me see if I got everything that's like kind of channeling in with this dolphin baby card. It feels like Seraphim, Seraphina is kind of here. Yeah. Seraphim, Seraphina is more of like a feminine energy to me. But she's also the kind of energy that is very much high priestess. It's very much, not even, it's higher, but it's, okay, so Seraphim, Seraphina, and Lao Tzu are two guides that can really assist you through the mud. And they're showing me like the lotus flower. So they can really help you when you're in that deep alchemical process of transformation, to be with you during that, so that you don't force the process. You don't try to force your petals open. Because they showed me some of you are kind of trying to do that. You're trying to force those petals open. That's not how petals work. That is not how flowers work. Some of you might need to drink some water. Flora knows very well. That is not how flowers work. All right, so we're gonna get a couple animal cards, and if you feel brave, can you, in the comments, if there's like an identity that you feel washed from you, like a shaping of you, a thought patterning of you, that you just like, it's not even there anymore, and you woke up and you're just like, oh, all that bleh isn't part of me anymore. That part of my functioning and communication and identity and distortion is gone. Did anybody experience that this week? Revelations, releases, self-doubt, beautiful. Control, beautiful. So as we're releasing things like Can't put my finger on it, but I definitely woke up this morning with a feeling of release. Beautiful. Me too. Last night I set the intention. I want to wake up in the highest timeline available. I want this to be true for everyone. And it worked for me. It worked for those close to me. Not letting things get to you. Yeah, so we can really harp ourselves too when we just find the areas that we're gripping and just kind of loosen it a little bit. We don't have to focus on it or fixate on it, but oh, I'm gripping there a little bit. Okay, well, now I'm going to energetically loosen my grip a little bit. Italian graph shows a lot of release energy the last 12 hours. Thank you, Carrie. Yeah, we're being supported. We're being supported very much. Yeah. So let's remember that with all this new light, this high frequency light, that we're clearing out what's in the way of that. We're clearing out the spaces, places, thought forms, belief patterns that won't allow for that type of freedom and acceptance. We're letting go of the layers that were atop our natural self and our soul that would look at something really beautiful and wonderful coming in and go, that's not for me, I'm not good enough for that, I'm unworthy of that. We're letting go of that. That has a lot to do with the self-doubt. And so before we got on this, my guides showed me that a lot of you, they showed me an anchor. So go with me along this little energetic download. But they showed me an anchor that was made of doubt, like down beneath you. And since many of you like removed that anchor of self-doubt, now you're kind of like, who am I? What is this? And so they shared that we wanted to plant a new anchor. So I want you to just pick a color for your new anchor. Whatever color you're feeling really resonant with. Maybe it's rainbow. Maybe it's gold. Maybe it's black. Maybe it's purple. Maybe it's green. Maybe it's, maybe you're bedazzling this anchor, but create an anchor for yourself now to place into the earth. Maybe it's just love. Okay, I removed my anchor of self-doubt and now I'm feeling a little like, what the heck is life? So I'm going to plant that anchor of deep red. So just do that right now. Build that anchor. Somehow lasso it around your root chakra. And then just send it down into the earth. Ask Mama Gaia to receive it, to anchor it. Anchored in Jesus, beautiful. And if you came up with red, then that's a good indication that a lot of that self-doubt was living in your root. That's interesting. Yep, they're saying yep on that. So have fun with these energetic practices. Don't be so rigid with it. Jesus was beautiful with being the embodiment of heaven on earth, being the embodiment of the divine on planet Earth, even when that was really resisted, and people did not like that, and people did not like that at all, and people were really perturbed by that, because to many people around him, that meant that they couldn't make a living anymore, they couldn't survive anymore. So we're not getting mad at those people, and we're not compounding all of this with judgment and energy. But we're accepting that, okay, well, if I want to be the embodiment of love, if I want to be the embodiment of my soul and my authentic nature, I might have some resistance to that. Some people may not like that. But do it anyway. You have the ability of embodying your inner ascended master too. Is there plenty of help available? Absolutely. But true external guides and helpers are not going to want us to feel like we need them. Please allow my energy to speak through me to you. You don't actually need me. I'm helping you to see yourself, to clear through the clutter. But do you need Lao Tzu? Do you need Seraphim, Seraphina? Do you need Green Tara? Do you need Mary Magdalene? Do you need Jesus? Do you need the Hathors? Do you need the Seraphim? Do you need an intermediary to be your full self? Please don't believe that. They're there to help you love yourself. Can I ask you, Ace in the Spade, what happened to souls before Jesus? Do you believe that they were all doomed down into heaven or to hell? Do you believe that a being that is living on any planet or whatsoever that has never heard of Jesus will not have the ability to merge again with spirit after their physical incarnation? I personally don't. Ace in the Spades, you're really clung to your truth, and that's beautiful, but please don't force your truth on someone else. They can have their own truth, right? I'm going to ignore your comments now because I see the energy you're presenting and it's a distortion. Have a beautiful life, Ace in the Spade. So, I'm holding space. What's sad to me, if I'm going to be real, what's sad to me about it is there's so many people teaching about Jesus and Yeshua that are just so misunderstanding this being. It's a disgrace to him, in my personal perspective. Because, like, what I really don't want to do is, like, make people feel like they shouldn't love Jesus and appreciate Jesus and his teachings. But the people that are just, I feel energy. I don't want to hear your words or read your words. I feel your energy. And when someone's coming at someone like, take the Bible or you are hell, I can feel it. And it's so like, that's not what Jesus wanted. That is not what Jesus wanted. It makes me a little spicy, a little angry, because it's such a misteaching of him. It's such a misteaching. He would never be here on earth jamming his belief system onto someone else, ever. That is not what he did. And so much of his teachings were so freaking distorted. It makes me like, but of course he's not angry. He's all good. He's good. Hey, Ace of Spades, I was going to block you, and I think now I'm going to have to, because, like, we're not here to study the Bible. We're here to study ourselves. Ace in the Spade, I don't want to block you, but could you leave the space? Thank you. Thank you for leaving the space. Okay, so I'm humbled. I'm humbled. Very humbled. So, Jesus, this is my consciousness, just really tempering me and reminding me, yes, there will be people who teach about me that are very much in distortion and who believe the stories, but don't feel into the energy of the stories. Let them be. Let it float on by. I came to teach unity through the way of embodiment. He's sharing with me that he never taught from attachment, is what he's sharing. And he's sharing that the misunderstanding of him and the disconnect from his truth it started to get tangled and webbed up and knotted up and looped when it was starting to read the energy from attachment and fear. So I hope that you all felt that energy, because wow, I just got washed over. If you have to say, I am no harm promise, oh my gosh, please, people, if you hear people saying, I'm trying to convince you they're not of harm, and then cramming a Bible down your throat, man, I'm sorry, but yeah, bye-bye. I tried. I tried, people, but he's gone. I really tried. That was important, though, because look at this cute doggy, little doggy butt. Well, Ace in the Spade is gone, and I'm definitely going to post this on my YouTube because people should know of these beings that are around just trying to, like, distort energy. Yeah, sometimes you gotta tidy up for sure. You gotta know when to set the boundary. I like to give chances. I mean, I'm definitely not here to be. I definitely don't believe that my belief system is the only belief system, and I'm definitely not trying to put my belief system onto someone else. What I like to do is scan from energy and from spirit so that I can, of course, like when there's distortion there, when there's someone that's manipulative and forceful and demanding and really violating your boundaries, it's good to know. I just think we all hold our own pens, if that makes sense. It does make sense, Justin. And yeah, we're all meant to be, and that's really what I want to bring to all of you, is that I want to put you back in your own driver's seat. I have blocked people before, believe it or not, and most of them are all shoving the Bible down my throat. Which is funny to me because, like, part of my missions, part of, like, the reason, part of what I want to serve, I do not want to steer people away from churches. I do not want to steal people away from their religion. Not my intention, not my bag whatsoever. With that being said, a lot of my clients have come to me really kind of damaged from some of these teachings. And I'm not going to try to get them away from where they're being taught these things, but I would like to help clear the lens so that you can take what works for you, and the things that don't resonate, you can let them go. So, you know, religion is just like shapes of us as humans trying to understand reality. So I would never push you away from them. I simply want, like, even those of you that maybe are working in churches or in churches in some way, I'd like to at least assist you to stop trying to sell your church to people or tell them that their souls are doomed without the church. I'd like you to at least approach those that you would like to bring in with love and care, because you'll if your true intention is service, if your true intention is I want to lighten things, I want to help people feel more love, I want to help people embody their soul, and if that's your true intention, I'm just asking you to reshape the way that you're putting that together through your communication to others, so that you're not luring people in with fear. Because if you lure them in with fear, guess what's the only thing that's going to keep them in there? Anyone know? Fear. So basically, the people that are getting lured into these places with fear, once the fear in their life is gone, they're going to be like, whatever, I don't want the church. Is that really what your goal is? Or is your goal to help them connect with their own inner Holy Spirit? Wow, I didn't think we were going to go into these avenues today. But I guess this is what was in some of those suitcases. I don't want to repeat that name that starts with a T, I'll tell you that. But yeah, Victor, yeah. I love those videos of people in other countries outside of the US that are like, I didn't vote for him. Because that would be me too. Get me out of here. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get shut up now. Great. The fear is hooked by the shame, and they just want a meal ticket to the sky show. That's a funny way of saying it. Yeah, we really, just be wary of anyone that's trying to hook you with shame and fear and guilt. You'll know it. You'll know it clear as day. You'll know it when that first comment comes in saying, did you read Job 1, 2? I don't know. I'm not a memorizer of the Bible, so, but you're an hour out from DC. Okay. I'm sorry, Justin. Let's wrap Justin in some love. Sending Justin love. Okay. I'm going to do one or two more cards, and then we're going to close it because I got to get ready for some sessions coming up. Okay. All right, Spirit. Let's clean it up here. Let's get some flowers on top of the cake, you know? Okay. 3. And 3. All right, we shall read these cards. Then we shall close it out. Only had to block one person today. What a celebratory time. And I'm truly not here to, like, offend any of you. If that's happening, if, like, offense is happening, kind of, like, question within yourself, like, what's really bothering me about this? What's rubbing me the wrong way about this? Because sometimes when you're triggered by it, I haven't been watching Minions, but I have seen the movies. I kind of, just to be honest, Merrick, I, like, can't watch, this Syrian being has been with me all day and is now going to go up, right? I, like, can't watch my kids' TV anymore. I just, like, I can't. I'll put in headphones and, like, listen to something or read a book. Triggers are portals. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, can I talk about this? I really triggered someone, like, a little while ago. And, like, amidst the trigger, I was, like, very calm, and I said to this person, like, do you know what a trigger is? It's a catalyst. And I could see, like, this shift of, like, oh, that's right. Sometimes you have to bring in the flame, even if it burns a bit. Yeah, and it's also, you know, like, things things might offend us in the world. So it's like not something that we want to deny or things that we're offended by, but we would really serve ourself and our soul evolution by questioning why it's offending us. So just to be raw and real about it, the reason that that party Ace of Spades really offended me is because I knew that what he was sharing was not of truth. So it started to offend me because I knew I've seen this energy before so many times, and it sends people in the wrong direction. Like all these people that are trying to send people towards Jesus, and they're literally doing nothing but the opposite. They're like making people mad at Jesus, and it's not Jesus. Just to be real about it, because truly I love what Yeshua taught. I love what he embodied. I love him. I just don't agree with all of the teachings. And I don't believe that makes me a bad person. I believe that makes me a person who can read energy and read through the illusion to truth and see through the veils. And that scares people sometimes. But I promise you what's beyond the veils is... Okay, there's a mixed bag beyond the veils, but pretty wide out beyond the veils. It's so amazing and bright. Okay. Oh, Planet Rock says I'm super nice and cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I receive and I reciprocate. Syrian emissaries. So 6, dream for the new earth. Time, now. So time showing on this card is really like a confirmation for us that we've done some timeline jumping. I feel like some of the teachings were misinterpreted. Yeah. It's also like they showed me, sometimes when I tune in about this, they show me like the game of telephone, how it can get distorted over time. Oh, thank you, E. Smith. So time now for a magical life. I just want you to tune into this version of you that's so embodied and so books ripped out. Thank you, Justin. More was the stuff that was removed. Oof, that's some magical stuff, and they knew it. Okay, I'm not going to go down the Roman timelines. We're back here. We're back here. We're back here. We're back here. Let me get myself back here. Yeah. I had an embodiment then, so Justin, so I don't want to open up that timeline tab for me in this moment. If you know what I'm saying. All with love. All with love. The hedgehog. Crown City cards. Some of you are getting it. Okay, cool. Be a magnet for light, love, joy. And it's Archangel Gabriel. So what's standing out of this card is that this is really like very encompassing to me about this time that we've just shared together, because you can be that hedgehog that is like so sweet and spreading love and doing nothing but spreading love light, but you can have those porcupine, you can have those up, like pop out those pinpoints and walk around, because you don't need to be like worried all the time about like people throwing Bibles at you. Like be the porcupine, be the love being. I love this for us too, Pinky Dragonfly. Like be the love being that can just like walk around and know that like if something comes in and it's a threat, it's gonna get handled. That you're safe, that you're protected. That anything that's not meant to get in, it's just not gonna get in. So if you want to like put on your porcupine shield right now, they're showing me like that'll be a very natural mechanism so that you can kind of just walk on knowing that whatever comes in, like it's good. You're good. You're good. And if it's far away and you know that it's like coming at you, you can just like shoot those porcupine things out. What? Oh. But I hope you feel what I'm saying, because we're not trying to harm anyone. We don't want to hurt anyone. But we do want to protect ourselves. We do want to make sure that Those people that are going to like keep saying the same comment in the comment thing. Like I like to go to other people's lives sometimes. Like if I catch them randomly, I'm like, well, I never go on this platform, so I guess I'll just watch it. If it feels resonant to me. But you always find those people in the comments that are like, just shoving Bibles, just shoving Bibles down people's throats. It's like, you're just choking them with that, right? Like you're just a distraction right now. You know that, right? Like, everyone's seeing this, right? Like, what's going on? Why isn't there a moderator? I know I should probably have a moderator, but I'm low in funds. So I'm solopreneuring for right now. Just white noise. Yeah. So when it's, let it be white noise, but the things that are triggering you, like, if it's triggering you on repeat, it's worth your time to go like, why? Like, what? Why does that rub me so the wrong way that people are shoving Bibles down people's throats? Oh, that's right, because I had a bunch of religious programming that made me feel I wasn't worthy of love and that men are the divine ones and women are whores. Oops. I try not to swear here, but just saying. Some text was manipulated to make you think a certain way about women. That is not true. Yeah, I've got Mary Magdalene in my consciousness too. I used to have so much imposter syndrome around these beings, and now I really do not, because, oh God, they're just so amazing. They're just so amazing. And that's why I had the imposter syndrome about them, because I was like, I'm not worthy of that. Look what all you did on the earth. Look how incredible you are. I'm not worthy of that. And that's when those guides would come in and sit with me and reteach me my worthiness. Isis, yeah. Sophia, Christ consciousness. So cool. Yes, that's so beautiful. Yeah. So I have the inner divine union, the inner divine marriage, and then everything else in your world's going to be magic. It's going to be wonderful. It won't matter what comes in. You won't even need those porcupine shields. Okay, so that is it for today, but this will be uploaded on my energy healing membership and then probably my YouTube as long as the video came in good. Sometimes when I do these on TikTok, it gets like scrambly or like messed up, but I think this one was okay. Was I glitching at all during this? That anyone remembers? Human to human, coming back into my human. Thank you for your time. Oh, thank you, Victor. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Good, cool. Okay, good. So it'll be posted up, and everyone can see me in my spicy porcupine costume. And I should just say costume because we have many, many embodiments, and we really get to choose which one we're allowing to land and anchor within us. So let's choose love, and let's choose clarity. Let's choose groundedness, archetypes. And we all have many archetypes. So we can get distortionary when we like choose one archetype and we think that's our only archetype. No. Nay. All right. Thank you, Flora. Thank you, Planet Rock. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, everyone. Carrie, Victor, Pinky Dragonfly. What a group. Hello, Jude. So everybody that's here, just thank you very much for letting yourself open up, letting yourself feel these energies. So let's take one deep breath together. Namaste.